and welcome to my channel. This is my first video that I'm posting on YouTube, so I thought what better way to start than do a bit of UV resin jewellery. So as you can see, I'm going to use some resin from Let's Resin and J Diction. So I've got the high viscosity and I've got some of their coloured UV resins. I've managed to acquire a good variety of bezels. So I've got this little selection here of the silver ones, and to be honest with you, I think I'm going to go for this one because I just like the shape, and I did do something similar in the bronze style, which I will show you a little bit later on. So all I'm doing is just cutting off a small piece of UV resin tape, which I'm going to put my bezel on top of. This stuff is so sticky and it's really hard to move it about, so I just use a lollipop stick and I put that at the end. So it gives me like a little handle so I can move it around and it's not getting stuck to my gloves, because it is so sticky and it can be so infuriating. You've got resin on your hand and then you're trying to move your bezel and then you just get your gloves stuck to the tape. So to avoid that, I just use a lollipop stick. I also go in with a pencil and I give that a real good roll over the top of the bezel just to make sure that the back is adhered to the tape, and I'll flip it over to the other side and I'll do it from the back as well, because we don't want any leakage, we don't want to be messing about with any trimming at the back, so we want to make sure it's all stuck there and nothing's going to leak out. So I've picked the colours that I want to use, which I think will complement this abalone shell really nice. I've also got a selection of pigment powders that I got from a charity shop. Literally, I got 25 for like £7. I couldn't believe it. I was so happy. My partner was looking at me as if to say, what on earth are you going to do with those? I was like, you just wait and see. Because whenever I go to a charity shop, I always manage to pick up something. And it can sit in a drawer for up to 12 months, but it will always come in handy for something. So I'm just going to go in now with the purple UV resin, and then I'm going to add in some of the white. I'm not going to put in masses because I just want a small thin layer at the back, which is going to create a nice little cloudy marbly effect for the backing, but then also just give us enough of the colour just to shine through, because I'm going to leave a little bit on the side so I can add in some pigment powder, so we've got a nice little contrast of colours. So I'm just going in now with the dotting tool and I'm just giving everything a good swirl about until I'm happy with the colour that I have, and just making sure that everything's touching the sides and we've got a nice equal base. So I've just gone in with a lighter just to pop any bubbles, and I'm going to pop that under the lamp now just to give that its first cure. So whilst that's curing, I'm going to go on to the abalone shell. Now, I have realised how much I actually faff about, and there probably is such a quicker way of doing everything that I've just done. But I skipped me selecting the abalone shell because it was just taking too long, and I think you would all be immensely bored. Originally, I picked this pigment powder, but to be honest, I thought the silver and the gold would clash. So I am going to use this pearlescent white instead, which has got some blue and some purple in it, which I think will just complement everything much better than using such a high contrast with the gold. So I'm just going to go in with a small amount of pigment powder. I have learnt my lesson by putting too much in, because it means then that the UV resin is not able to cure and everything comes out sticky. So yes, just a tiny amount, because that is all that you need. Less is more. Before I add in any of my abalone shell, I'm just going to put a small amount of UV resin down before, because I do find that this helps give the abalone something to stick to, so then when you put another coat of resin over the top, it's not moving about everywhere, and you can just move everything into sort of the composition that you want, and then once you're happy, you haven't got to worry about everything moving. Now, I did speed this up because, again, I have realised how much I actually faff about, and it just would have taken so long for you to watch me put the tiniest amount of shell on top of each other. But what I wanted to do was use a variety of different colours and do a layered effect, so you could get some really interesting depth and some colour on the reflection. So that was my thought process. And that is me trying to justify why I took so long doing this with the tiniest pieces, but I think it's worth it. At the end of the video, I'll be interested to see if you think it was worth it, or please feel free to share any sort of tips or anything where I probably could have got the same effect but a lot quicker. Now I've just put a little bit more UV resin over the top, and I've just gone over it with a lighter, so that's going to go under the lamp for a cure. So I'm just going to give everything a good tidy up. Oh, look how beautiful that colour is. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm just a bit concerned because I don't know if that is going to blend in too much with the purple that we've put on the back, but I guess we will find out. But really happy with how that's looking so far. I mean, the reflection, oh, it's just pretty. She's so pretty. Literally just going to add in the smallest amount to the right hand side, just to try and give a little bit more interest and hopefully achieve the effect that I'm after. If not, I still think she's beautiful. I'll still wear her. And at the end of the day, not everyone is going to like everything that you make, but if you're happy with it and you love it, that's the main thing, right? So that's what I'm going with. So now I've added that in, I'm just going over with the lighter again, just to pop it under the lamp, just to get that little bit that we've added cured. And now it is going to be time for the top coat. But it has kind of done what I expected it to do, and then just to kind of blend in a little bit with the purple. But it has given it a bit of a fantasy feel. So I'm still happy with it. So I'm not going to change anything. So I'm literally just going in now with the Jade Diction high viscosity resin. And I'm going to give that a good coat because we want not a complete dome, but I want a little bit of a dome. So I want it to come away. I don't want it to be flat against the pendant. So I've given that a really generous coat, and I've just gone on with the dotting tool just to try and get the point of the pendant nice and even. And again, the trusty old lighter, burst any bubbles, and hopefully that should come out just as I want it to. So this is one that I made the other day, and I'm actually gutted because I didn't record myself making this. I finished work, I came home and I was like, oh, I need to do something. So I did this, and I was really happy with how this turned out, because the abalone shell and the gold leaf almost made it look like there was a slight leopard print to it, which I will try and recreate on another video. This one I did based off a steampunk inspiration. I ordered these little cogs, which are actually for nail art, but I thought they would work well in a pendant, so I was really happy with how that turned out. So this one that I'm going to make whilst we're still waiting for our first one to cure is actually inspired off that, but I thought, okay, well, let's do a silver version because that one was a brassy version. So I got a set of 2 tubs, which had one with silver and copper, and then the other one had copper and gold. So I'm going to use the silver and copper, I think. But again, just following the same steps as we did before. Make sure that's just really stuck down well to the tape. And again on the back. And this time I think I'm going to use the black UV resin from Jade Diction, just to give it a little bit of contrast, because I feel like black and silver go well, and it should hopefully make the little nail art pieces pop. So these are the 2 little containers that I ordered, and I think I got these off Amazon, and they were like so cheap, like £3 or something like that. I actually took advice from ClairesCraftyCorner. She said when it comes to buying things for UV resin, look at the nail art because things are so much cheaper, and she was 100% right. So thank you, Claire, for that tip. Something I'm definitely going to continue to use because it is so much cheaper, so much cheaper. So again, I'm just doing the same thing. I've just put the black for the back in, and I'm just gone in with my dotting tool just to try and get that nice and even and get a nice good coat. And again, with the trusty old lighter, just pop any bubbles before that goes under the lamp. So our first one is finished curing now, and I'm really excited to see how it's turned out. And look at that, isn't she lovely? I'm really happy with that. I don't think I need to add another coat on. I think that's absolutely fine the way that it is. Yeah, really happy. So I'm just going to carefully, really carefully peel the tape from the back, because I don't want to peel it off too quick and then it's left sticky residue on the back. But no, that has turned out fabulous. No stickiness, it's all completely cured, and I think that complements the front really well. Yeah, happy. So I'm going to get a little link and put that onto a necklace chain, which I'll show you in a minute. Just going to compare that to the one that I made the other day. I still prefer the one on the right. I still think the one on the right is my favourite, but I don't know. You'd have to let me know in the comments, which one do you think is better, the right or the left? I mean, they're both beautiful. I'll wear both of them. But I'll just put that to one side for now and then carry on working on our next one. So again, I really did faff trying to get these into place. So I am going to fast forward this in a second just to spare you any pain watching me keep moving things about. I have to say though that I'm actually really impressed with these coloured UV resins from J Diction, because even though they're not completely solid, because they can't be, because they won't cure, it still gives enough colour and enough depth to create the interest or to give a nice background for things. So I definitely would recommend getting them. I think there's a box of like 15 or 16, 15, and they were relatively inexpensive. And I think that's the great thing about UV resin, because it's not massively expensive to buy or to start out. And you know, everything comes in like small little quantities. You know, these come in 20 grams, but already, I mean, I've made 6 or 7 different things with them. And you know, I've still got lots left. So, you know, they're relatively quite affordable in comparison to some of the crafts and hobbies that you can have. You know, things tend to be quite expensive, but everything seems to be reasonably priced. So I'm literally following exactly the same steps as I did before. A small amount of UV resin to act as a glue for placing the cogs onto the pendant. So I did promise that I would fast forward this, and I have, because I did spend a lot of time trying to get the placement right and trying to get it into a position where I thought, okay, that actually works, that looks nice. And the good thing about these ones from Amazon is that they are reversible, which I didn't realise at first, because when I first started taking them out, I was trying to get all like the copper and then the silver. But if you actually turn them upside down, the reverse is the opposite. So it doesn't matter which one that you actually pick up. So that would have definitely saved me some time, but I didn't realise until towards the end, which is just typical. So now that's cured, I'm going to go in with the high viscosity again, just to give that the top coat. And I did want to do the same as I did the previous one and have a little bit of a dome effect, because I think when you dome the pendants, they look just so much nicer than being flat, in my opinion. And you can see my you can see my head sticking through under the camera with my grey hairs. Oh, it was quite funny. But yeah, so again, I just put another good thick layer of viscosity over the top, and I've just gone through with a dotting tool just to make sure that there's no air bubbles, and just to make sure that the base of that pendant has got a nice even coat on it as well. So again, with a lighter, back under the UV lamp for its final cure. By putting a big generous layer on, but as much as you can get away with without it dripping down the sides, you should be able to get a finish where you don't need to go in again and add another layer. But look at that! I am so happy with how that's came out. Really happy. I don't think I need to do any tweaks to it. So I think I'm just going to take that off the resin tape And again, I just slowly take it off just so we don't get any sticky residue at the back. Really happy with how that's turned out, to be honest with you. So I don't need to do anything at the back. I'm not going to dome it or anything. I'm going to keep it as it is. And I might just pop it back under the lamp just for literally a couple of seconds, just to make sure it is 100% fully cured and we've got no stickiness, because I don't want to risk anything taken off that top coat. When I first started out, oh gosh, yeah, I did take things out a little bit too early, and then by the time that I've messed about and put my fingerprints and stuff on the top, it had ruined the top coat. So that's definitely a piece of advice: make sure it's fully cured. So there we go, there's the 2 pendants that we have made, and I'm really happy with how they've turned out. So I'm going to put them on some cords, sorry, not chains. So there they are. So I'm probably going to wear this one tomorrow. I do need to get some better links, which I will order, but for now they're just for me, so I don't mind too much, to be honest. And I've done exactly the same with the second one, and again, I'm just really happy with how that's turned out. I think it looks fab, and I've definitely got an outfit in mind, which I think that will go perfectly with. I do just want to say a huge thank you if you've watched this all the way through to the end. It means a lot. It's my first video that I'm posting on YouTube, and I will continue to post weekly, but I just want to say a huge thank you. I hope you've enjoyed, and bye for now.